Now we are going to see the other small signal parameters and equivalent circuit for the BJT. We have already discussed the hybrid pi parameters in the last class. Now we are going to see the remaining parameters like RE model. In the RE model, the transistor action can be replaced by a single diode between the emitter and base terminals and can be controlled by the current source between the base to base and the collector terminals. RE model is a simple equivalent circuit of the BJT. In the RE model, this is somewhat looking similar to the hybrid pi equivalent model. Okay, at the input side, we have beta into RE. That is the only difference. Instead of R pi resistance, we have beta times of RE. Okay, because of the resistance reflection rule. And at the output side, we have beta times of IB, which is forward current gain into the input current IB, and one output resistance of the BJT R0. Okay, so the remaining circuit is similar. Now we are going to see the H parameter model of equivalent circuit. Here also we are assuming the transistor as a two-port network. In the H parameter equivalent circuit, we will have these many components. At the input side, from the base to emitter terminal, we have HIE, which is a resistance, input resistance, and a dependent voltage source HRC into VCE. Okay, and the input voltage is VBE and input current is IB. At the output side, from the collector terminal to the emitter terminal, we have HFE into IB, that is a current source, dependent current source, and 1 by HOE, that is the output resistance. Okay, where HOE is the conductance value and 1 by HOE is the resistance value. Here VCE is the output voltage and IC is the output current. Okay, so as we have already seen, the input current and output voltages are the independent parameters. Okay, so here IB is a independent parameter and output voltage VC is also a independent parameter. Therefore, the dependent parameters are functions of the independent parameters and can be written like the dependent parameter VBE is equal to HIE into IB plus HRE VCE, and similarly dependent component IC, output current, is equal to HFE into IB plus HOE into VCE. Like that we can write. Now we will see how we can get these equations. Okay, so here I am assuming it is a linear two-port device which is nothing but a transistor in the active region. The port 1, which is between the 1 and 1 dash, and the port 2 is 2 and 2 dash. Input current is IA, input voltage is VI, HR V0, because we are assuming it as a generalized H parameter model. Okay, these H parameter models are different for the CE configuration and CB configuration and DC configuration. Okay, we are going to give a generalized equation. Therefore, we are not assuming it as a CE or CB or CCA configuration. So, like that, we are giving it as HR into V0 and HI at the input side, and HF into II and H0 at the output side. Okay, where I0 is the output current and V0 is the output voltage. Okay, actually in terms of the H parameters, we can write Vi is equal to H11 into II plus H12 into V0, because the input current, okay, is independent parameter and output voltage is also independent parameter, and Vi is a dependent parameter and I0 is also a dependent parameter. Okay, H11 IA plus H12 V0, and similarly I0 current, output current I0 is equal to H21 IA plus H22 V0. So here H11 can be written as HI and H12 can be written as HR, H21 can be written as HF and H22 can be written as H0. In the above equations, when we put one value is equal to 0, suppose if we put Ia is equal to 0, then we can get H12 and H22 values, which means that HR and H0. And if we put V0 is equal to 0, okay, then we can get H11 and H21 values. So these equations can be written as H11 when V0 is equal to 0, H11 is equal to Vi by Ia, that is nothing but the input resistance. V by I is nothing but the resistance, and when V0 is equal to 0, H21 can be written as I0 divided by Ia, output current to input current ratio, that is nothing but the current gain. And similarly, when we put input current is equal to 0, H12 is equal to Vi by V0. If it is V0 by Vi, voltage gain. If it is Vi by V0, that is a reverse voltage gain. Okay, that can be written as HR. And similarly, when Ia is equal to 0, H22 can be written as I0 divided by V0. It is a ratio of output current to output voltage. V by I is resistance, I by V is nothing but the conductance, therefore which can be written as HO. Okay, so where HI is the input resistance, HR is the reverse transfer voltage ratio or reverse voltage gain, and HF is the forward transfer current ratio or current gain. H0 is equal to output admittance. Okay, similarly, the generalized H parameter circuit is looking like this. So here HI, HRV0 at the input side, HFII and H0 at the output side. The generalized H parameter equivalent circuit can be redrawn for the common emitter configuration. For all these things like HI, HR, HF, H0, we will get a one more suffix. Okay, if it is a CE configuration, it will get a suffix of small e. Okay, for CB configuration, it will get a suffix of small b. For the CC configuration, it will get a suffix of small c. Okay, therefore for the CE amplifier, we may get this HI as HIE, HR as HRE, and HF as HFE, and H0 as H0E, like that. Okay, if it is CB, then HIB, HRB, HFB and HOB, like that we will write. Okay, for the CE configuration, we can write the HIE, HRE we see at the input side, HFE IB and HOE at the output side. Okay, this is the common emitter hybrid equivalent circuit or H parameter equivalent circuit. The model can be simplified on the basis of approximation. The value of HR is approximately equal to 0, which is a very small value. Therefore, small value into anything also will be equal to the small value approximately 0, and the value of H0 is approximately infinity. Okay, very high resistance on the output side. The value of H0 is small. Okay, and the value of that resistance is very high. Okay, therefore the input side HRE VCE can be neglected, and output side this HOE resistance 1 by HOE resistance can also be neglected, which can be represented with the open circuit. Therefore, the simplified equivalent circuit will contain only two components. So one is HI at the input side, another one is HFII at the output side. Okay, therefore the simplified one is HI into HFE. If we apply this for the common emitter configuration, HIE at the input side, HFE into II at the output side. Okay, that is the output current and input resistance. So wherever we have the BJT in our circuit, that can be replaced with this simplified H parameter model. This is how we got this H parameter equivalent circuit. In this one, we can neglect the HRE VCE and 1 by HOE at the output side. We can also represent the H parameter values in terms of the expanded hybrid pi equivalent model as HIE is equal to RB plus R pi parallel R mu. So the value of this one R pi is a small value when compared with the R mu. Therefore, the resultant of this parallel combination is R pi. Okay, and when compared with the RB and R pi, RB is a small value Therefore, this HIE will be approximately equal to R pi. And also the HFE is equal to Gm into R pi, that is equal to the beta, which we have already derived. Okay, this HFE value is equal to beta, that is nothing but Gm into R pi, and the HOE value is approximately equal to 1 by R naught, and HRE, the reverse current gain, which is equal to R pi by R pi plus R mu. Here R pi value is very small value, R mu is a very large value. Anything by large value which results to a very small value, that is approximately equal to 0. This is about other small signal parameters like RE parameters and H parameter model. Next, we are going to see some amplifier configurations. These amplifier configurations are divided on the basis of input signal and output signal. There are 4 amplifier configurations. Those are voltage amplifier, current amplifier, trans resistance amplifier, and a trans conductance amplifier. The only difference in these all configurations is the output side circuit. If the output signal is voltage, then that can be represented with a Thevenin's equivalent circuit. If the output signal is the current, that can be represented with the Norton's equivalent circuit. That's the only difference between the all components. In the voltage amplifier, the input signal is voltage and output signal is also voltage. These all 4 configurations. At the input side, we have only one resistance RA. At the output side, as the output signal is a voltage, at the output side we have the Thevenin's equivalent source, okay, A V naught into Vi in, and a series resistance R naught, where R naught is the output resistance. Okay, AVO is the gain of the amplifier, Vi in is the input voltage. Therefore, we can say V naught is equal to AV naught into Vi in. So, in the voltage amplifier, output voltage is proportional to the input voltage, and similarly in the current amplifier, input signal is current, output signal is also a current signal. At the input side, we don't have any change Ri. At the output side, as the output signal is current, we will have a dependent current source AIS into IA in, along with R naught resistance in parallel with that, because it is as the output signal is current. This is a Norton's equivalent circuit. Okay, Norton's equivalent circuit. So where AIS is the current gain and IIN is the input current. In the current amplifier, output current is proportional to the input current. And the third type of amplifier configuration is transconductance amplifier configuration. In this configuration, input signal is a voltage, output signal is the current. Okay, the ratio of output current to input voltage is nothing but I by V, that is nothing but the conductance. At the input side, we have same Ri input resistance component. As the output signal is current, we have the Norton's equivalent circuit GMS into Vi in parallel with R naught resistance, where GMS is called as transconductance gain. In the transconductance amplifier, output current is proportional to the input voltage. Next, the last type of amplifier configuration is trans resistance amplifier configuration. In the trans resistance amplifier, input signal is II in, output signal is V naught. Therefore, output voltage by input current, which will gives you the resistance, okay, Rm naught. As the output signal is a voltage signal, output side we have the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Okay, so here Rm naught in I in, where Rm naught is the trans resistance. Okay, and I in is the input current, and R naught is the output resistance. So in this trans resistance amplifier, we can say output voltage is proportional to the input current. Okay, I hope you understood. In the next class, we are going to see the CE amplifier analysis.